What's up, and welcome to Worldly Church Girl. I bet you're wondering where that name came from. Well, let's address the elephant in the room. I grew up like most of y'all, raised in a very strict church family. So with that being said, I decided that I was going to write a book about my journey, and I needed a title for my book. And the Lord gave me the title, Worldly Church Girl. Worldly Church Girl Live, just like Worldly Church Girl podcast, it's not preachy, it's not worldly, it's informative, it's fun, it's here to teach, and it's here to reach. So sit back and relax and enjoy Worldly Church Girl Live. What's up, y'all, and welcome to Worldly Church Girl Live. It's your girl, your host, Lillian Harshaw. On today's show, it gives me honor to bring to you two heroes. And I call them heroes because they are our frontline workers during this COVID pandemic. They are working at the hospitals to help us during this crisis. They're doing the work that typically we don't want to do. They assist us with our families, with our loved ones. They're in a position to where when we can't be with our families, they are there where no one else can be there with them. And I couldn't even imagine being there watching family members suffer alone like that. But these ladies are here doing the work of God, and I can't thank them enough. And they don't get paid enough to do what they do. So let's welcome these nothing but heroes as far as I'm concerned. So it gives me great honor to introduce to you my sisters, my friends, and heroes, as far as I'm concerned, as far as you're concerned too, Miss Tracy and Miss Amber. Hello, ladies.
Hi, everyone.
And funny thing is, both of y'all just got off work. Both of y'all just took off y'all scrubs and scrubbed and, and did this. And I can't thank y'all. Thank y'all so much.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us. Definitely a pleasure.
No, thank you for being here. So I told y'all before we came on, this is what y'all both have in common.
Okay.
Both of y'all are sopranos, and both of y'all have sung with me in some shape or form.
we will not be singing on tonight.
That's
Absolutely not. There will be no trio on today. Do you hear me? There will be no doo-wopping.
Right.
My voice can't take it right now. Like,
nah, there's some phlegm up in here because of COVID. We ain't got to warm up nothing.
Right.
Did you hear me?
Exactly.
We start doing all that
now. What's up, Kat? What's up, Nelson? And because Tracy, she goes to my church, Robinson Temple. Whoop whoop. So what's up, RT? So we sing in the choir in the choir box. So we get in trouble a lot during choir rehearsal because
Yes, we do.
right.
And Amber, we sung together with Clinton, and we got in trouble a lot. You know what? That's what the common denominator is me. So
you ain't gonna tell nobody though.
No,
that ain't a good look.
You said it, we didn't.
I know. I just thought about that. But you know what? But also the common denominator is soprano section is always the smallest section.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do? That's neither here nor there. Whatever.
But we're strong. Small.
We small, but we mighty. We hold it down.
Right.
Every time. So with that being said, y'all already got a strong background because look at that. Y'all already doing God's work in the church and on the front line. Okay, so I want to ask y'all, what made y'all go into the medical field even to begin with? I'm gonna ask you that, Tracy, first.
Well, what made me go into medical field? My mom has been a nurse all my life, and I've always I kind of wanted to follow in her footsteps when I was younger. But then when I got older, I just noticed that I am definitely a people person. I love helping people. I love being there for people. And so I kind of strayed from it at first, but then I was like, you know what? I believe this is my calling. And God just put me in the medical field for a reason. So it's just something that I've always wanted to do. So
Okay. And what about you, Amber? Same thing or a total different story?
Actually, along the same lines, my mom, who is now deceased, was actually an LPN for as long as I can remember. I have always wanted to help people as far as, education, because a lot of our community, brown and black, just don't have the knowledge of how to care for themselves. So
Mhm.
it's always been a passion of mine to care for people, and teach them how to take care of themselves.
Okay.
Something else we got in common. My mom was an LPN too. So
See, look at that. Look at that. Sopranos, LP mothers. What are you doing? Now, see, my mother was a nurse and was a teacher, but I
Yeah.
don't know. I didn't follow that footstep. So sorry, mommy. But
It's okay. It's not for everybody. You just,
ex-
very true.
it isn't. It's not for everybody.
right, 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 right. What's up, Tony Baker? Let me Tony Baker. Well, it is Tony Baker.
That is.
Well, because I watch Tony Baker all the time, and I forgot, But Tony Baker was he was my high school dad, if you will. He was like my protector in high school. So, anywho, but um, with that being said, now is it hard for y'all to like on the daily basis to when you're doing caregiving? How do you separate you from your job?
It's
You know what I mean?
difficult. It's difficult sometimes. You kind of have to. You never want to take your work home, but sometimes you do, and a lot of times you can't help it.
Mm-hmm.
Will interact with a patient and or their family, and their situation touches something that you may have going on personally, or you've encountered somewhere in your family. You just kind of have to draw a line. It's almost like you have to blank out, for
Mhm.
lack of a better way to say it. You have to blank out and treat it for what it is at that point. Um, you can't be someone who consistently wears their feelings on their shoulder, because you'll hurt yourself. It's not that you don't care for who you're caring for at that moment. You just have to draw a line and treat it for what it is and take it for face value at that moment.
Mm-hmm. Tracy, is that same for you as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with her wholeheartedly because it is sometimes, you know, this is difficult and it makes it way more difficult during this pandemic, with trying to care for people and stuff. But like she said, you do have to draw the line somewhere. And, home is home, work is work. That doesn't mean that we don't want to take care of the people that we work for or work with, but, home and work are different. And you just have to treat them as such.
Okay. Now, what are some of the anxieties you faced during the pandemic? What are what are some of the things that you faced during the day to day?
Uh, I would say even before the entire pandemic situation, bringing something home to my children or my family, because
Hmm.
I work with the public, and because over time you build sort of an immunity, if you will, so things don't really affect us like they would affect our spouse or our children or anybody else in our family. We could come in just fine and hug on our family, and then suddenly they're sick, but you never really know what it is. It's more so of an issue now because we're dealing with a really significant virus. So what I've kind of done is, when I come in the evening, I literally drop everything at the door. I spray myself down and I beeline it for the bathroom. So I tell my kids, give me 30 minutes. I got you. You have my attention. Just give me 30 minutes. Let me get myself together and I'm all yours.
Mm-hmm.
When they come in from school or what have you, I have them do the same thing. Drop everything at the door, spray yourself down, go shower, change clothes.
Mm-hmm. Tracy?
And so for me, so I work at the ER at the hospital. And so we have barriers and stuff. And even with that, we get so many people that come in with
Mhm.
symptoms of the COVID.
Yep.
So even with that, we still have to be careful. So like, Miss Amber said, you come home, you at the door, I'm taking off shoes, everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then my children are virtual school, so I don't have to really deal with that too much. But even if we go out, like when you go out and you come in, you still have to be treated the same when you
Yep.
come, because you never know. Even in the public, you don't know who you come in contact with. You don't know if they have anything. Sometimes even at the dealing at the hospital, we actually have people who do not want to put a mask on,
Yeah.
or when you come to the hospital where I work, you have to get a fresh mask. We get people to argue with us. Oh, I got a mask on. Okay, I see that, but I need for you to put this mask on
Yeah.
because you come from
Absolutely.
outside, so you could be contaminated. It's crazy. People, we don't have visitors or anything right now, so we're dealing with people fussing us out. Like it's crazy. This pandemic it's but even with that, we still try to get the best care that we can. So it's
Absolutely.
been crazy right now.
And
That's
that's funny. That was my next question. What are the things that people do that just drives you absolutely crazy during this?
yeah.
You know, I had a situation today with a patient who had a facial piercing.
Mhm.
The It was a pointed stud in her chin. Cute.
Mm,
She said, "Well, I don't want to put on my mask because it's going to pull out my piercing." I said, "Ma'am, well, while you're here, I need you to cover your face. I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do about that." "Well, it's going to rip out my piercing." "It won't rip it out.
right. It
Mhm.
You
wouldn't.
need to cover your face while you're here for your visit. I'm sorry, there's no way around it."
Mm-hmm.
Well, then I became all types of very nice four-letter words and phrases and such. And when she was done fussing, she put
Mm-hmm.
the mask over her face and all of my
Yes. Yes, they do. It's crazy how many people do not want to have to put a mask on, or okay, if you don't want to take that mask off, then just put this one on top of it. I don't care how you put the mask on. Put it on because you
Yep.
protect we need you to be protected. Like you're not going to be around here without a mask. We all
Mm-hmm.
have masks. They just some people, or oh, I have asthma, I can't wear a mask, or they give you all kind of crazy reasons why they can't. So guess
Mhm.
what? You're gonna be coming into this hospital and you don't have a mask on. Like
Mhm.
it's I don't get it. People just you would think that they would understand with all the cases and the deaths and everything that's going on, that protecting, like putting a mask on and stuff and protecting yourself is one of the most important things that you can do to help fight this. And they don't.
Right.
People just don't want to do it. They do not. It's crazy.
Right. And what cracks me, Kat says,
Yeah,
put your
put a mask
mask on,
on, Karen.
Karen. And what cracks me up is it's like this. When you're having surgery, don't you
Hmm.
see every doctor, every nurse, every person in that room with a mask on?
Yes,
And
absolutely.
that is how we spend our days all the
Well,
time. Mask,
doesn't that make
cover it up.
sense? If it was not a big deal, then they would be on there with no mask on, popping gum and chewing annihilator.
That's it. Yep.
Honestly,
Right.
honestly, if it meant nothing, so just wear a mask. Just wear a
Mhm.
mask. I know you're cute under there. Just wear a mask. My God.
You'd be surprised how many people make comments about how the clinical or hospital staff look up under their coverings. Because you
Mhm.
have to wear goggles and the face mask, and then sometimes a shield, a lab jacket, or the entire suit. It just depends on what unit you're on that day. But
Right.
we spend 8 to 12 hours wrapped up all day long.
Mhm.
So we understand that you don't want to wear it, but look how we have to look every day,
Right.
Exactly.
for 12
Every
hours at a time.
And they got some cute masks out now. I'm sorry. They do. Masks are getting real cute. Get some glitter on you, but just be real cute about it.
Bedazzle it. It'll be great.
Right. My husband know I like Prince. He bought me a Prince mask for Christmas. I was all extra happy about it. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna rock this," but that's neither here nor there. Anyway,
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna ask you about the vaccine. What's the latest thing if y'all heard about the vaccine?
Everyone still isn't vaccinated. I mean, it'll be a while before everyone is, if everyone chooses to take the vaccine. To my knowledge, right now there are two approved vaccines from two different manufacturers. I believe there are a total of 5 that are out, but right now they're only distributing 2. It comes in a 2-dose sort of a situation. You get the first vaccine, and then I believe it's 2 weeks later, Tracy.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
2 weeks later is when you are supposed to go back and get the second dose if you decide to do that.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
And I think right now they're offering it more to healthcare workers first.
Mhm.
And I'm not saying that someone else couldn't get it, but as far as I know, I think they're gearing it towards us first,
Yep.
health workers, and then everybody else will be able to get them later. So
Now, is it mandated that you have to get one, or do you have a choice?
I think it depends on where you work. Right now,
Right.
I still have a choice. It's not mandated where I work.
I still have a choice as well. It is not mandated where I work. I think initially, or thus far, it's still an option.
Okay.
I think the thing that's kind of up in the air is that patients who have been positive for COVID, I think they're trying to decide if you are positive, if you are required to get the vaccine, or if they're giving you the option to decide if you want it. So it's still a lot of kind of gray area with the vaccine.
Okay. Okay. Now, have you heard any like negative feedback, like from, and you don't have to answer this, negative feedback from like staff members of like, I ain't taking it, or girl, you
Mhm.
better take it. Have you heard any feedback from like coworkers or
Yep.
just hearsay around the hospitals about the vaccine?
Hospital staff, period.
Okay.
Nurses, your dietary workers, your housekeepers, everybody on all levels. It's a conversation that everybody is having. Some people have decided to do it, some people have not. I mean, to each his own.
Hmm.
It just, you have to make the decision that is best for you and your family. So if you decide to get it, great. If you decide not to get it, okay.
Hmm. Okay. What about?
For me too, I know some people that have taken it, and I know some people that are still kind of, questioning it
Mhm.
if it's what's best for them.
Mhm.
So it's just kind of depending on the person. Some people are all for yes, give it to me, I'm gonna take it. Other people are like, no, they haven't convinced me that this is the best thing for me.
Mhm.
So it's kind of back and
Air.
forth. Yeah,
Okay. Hi,
some
Maria.
people are all for it, and some people are just like, I don't know.
Hmm. Hey, Sunflower. I think it's kind of like I mean, I know it's not the same category, but it's like the pneumonia shot, the flu
Mhm.
shot. Some people's like yay, and some people like nay about
Hmm.
whether they're gonna take it or not. And I'm gonna be the first one to say I have not ever taken the flu shot because I'm
Now,
just
for
that
us,
person.
it's mandatory. We
Yep.
had we didn't have to do COVID, but the flu shot, in order to still work and keep your your job, you had to get the flu shot. That was
Hmm.
mandatory.
There are very few exceptions to the flu vaccine. If you have a legit allergy to some of the components in the vaccine, then you have the ability to be excluded from that. Or
Oh, really?
if you have a religious belief,
Hmm.
whatever that is, but it needs to be documented. Otherwise, you are required to take the flu vaccine.
Okay. Now, see, Maria, I she was on my podcast and she was saying that she is a double lung transplant and she has to take it. Now, see, my husband, he has to take it too.
Mhm.
Marcus has to get the shot, the COVID shot, because it's kidney. So
Hmm.
he don't have a choice.
Oh
So
wow. Yeah, I
yeah,
think so. Yeah.
yeah, but I have a choice. We'll just leave it at that.
All right.
I have a choice. But my brother in Texas, him and his family's taking a shot already because both of them are in the medical field. So,
Oh,
so I'm gonna watch to see what happened to them.
Now I do know I've had a few of my coworkers, past and present, that have taken the vaccine and they've been fine.
Right.
Also, close family members and friends who have taken the vaccine, some who are at advanced age or retirement age that have taken it and have not had any negative or adverse side effects.
Right.
So
Right. And my brother's, I think this is like his third week, I think. And they're fine. So yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll see. I didn't mean to say it like that, but
yeah, we will see. We will see.
okay. So what is the one thing you wish people would understand about COVID?
I'll go. The one thing that I would wish people understand is that it is definitely real.
Yes.
COVID is a real thing. It is yeah, I mean, it's not. Oh, maybe this is no, sweetie. It's very real.
Mm-hmm.
It's and it's taking its toll. It's
It is.
taking people out of here. And you have to be serious about it. Don't just it can't happen to me or I'm not going to no. Take all of your precautions. Please, please, please. Understand that COVID is a real thing. Now we don't know where it came from, but it's not going anywhere anytime soon, apparently. So yeah, it's definitely real.
Absolutely. It is very real. I know, like I said earlier, I know individuals personally who have been positive for COVID. Some have been fine, some did not make it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's with any virus or bacteria, it will affect differently from person to person. But it is very real. It is very disheartening to see someone declining very rapidly or gasping for breath or having to be alone battling it.
Right.
And I think that's the biggest problem is that people see that it treats everybody differently. So they just assume that, oh, my buddy had it and they was fine. And so they just assume that I won't be okay. Well, just because they were fine doesn't mean that you're going to be okay with it.
Right.
So, no, my sister. No, my brother.
Yeah.
No, this is not a game. This is real. Mm-hmm. And I know people look at me when I go out crazy. I go like it's a war zone. I have on a mask. I wear rubber gloves. I got a spray in my car. When I get in the car, I spray the car like I done came in from a battle zone, and then I spray my gloves and then I take them off. And oh no, this is real. And I spray my mask and no. And then when Marcus get home from work, I make him take a shower. No, this is real.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I better stop playing around with this thing. I'm trying to go on vacation. Y'all need to be serious so I can get on somebody's beach. Shoot.
Yes, vacation.
When you mentioned vacation, it wasn't really a vacation, but I went to Florida for my birthday. I was on a flight. It was very different. What was it like? I was expecting to see a lot of people because it was around the holidays. My birthday is around Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
But the flight literally was full. Every seat had somebody in it.
Really?
The expectation is that you have to wear a mask. Everyone had on a facial covering.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of sitting on the plane. I had a bit of anxiety, to be honest with you, sitting on the flight. I'm like, my God.
Had people like separated?
No. They didn't really? They just had all y'all like up on each other anyway?
Like, we was in this thing, let's go.
Wow.
I don't like that.
So when I got back, well, the precaution that I had taken was I have myself and my children tested for COVID every single month since this whole thing started. Thankfully, none of us have been positive.
Well, thank the Lord.
Well, you hear me? Because I'm nervous.
Right.
But even after that, when I came back from the trip, of course, I had myself tested again, still negative, and even still just staying on top of the things that I do when I come in and out of the door, sanitizing, wiping things down, trying to limit, going different places or my kids going to their friend's house or anything like that. There is a small number of people that we dealt with during this entire thing. The circle was real tight knit. That's it.
Right.
Very tight knit.
Right. Girl, I can't believe they had the plane tight like that though.
That's what I was like. They could at least like separated people. I guess I don't know.
They trying to make their money, huh?
They wanted all the coin.
Right.
Wow. I guess that's nuts. Now, with everything that you see, both of you, that's going on right now, how do you cope? How do you woosah? How do you just like try to release all that tension, all that stress that you see on a day to day?
Definitely do some sign, like you said.
Mhm.
Prayer. And you definitely just have to take it moment by moment. Because I work in the ER. So I definitely don't just see COVID. I see all types
All
of
of it. Yep.
everything. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and you do all
All
types
of it.
of everything. And you have to take every situation as it comes. And definitely take some deep breaths, say some prayers, and just, ask the Lord to help you, guide you, and to be there with you because you're there to do a service for somebody else. Because
Mm-hmm.
ultimately your patient is who is most important. So you're trying to get them in, get them taken care of, and hopefully everything works out for them. But definitely prayer and taking some deep breaths. So
Yep. People's
pretty much is for me.
mental health period, even before COVID is super important, especially for healthcare workers. But like she said, take some deep breaths, walk away, do whatever it is that you need to do. And then even in doing the things that you do to take care of yourself, sometimes it is still difficult to just come down off of the day or the things that you've seen or things that have been said to you, just anything. Because
Mm-hmm.
like Tracy was saying, we see more than just COVID patients.
Oh yeah.
It's
Right.
everything.
Right.
People coming in there with frostbite or something hanging off, or they got a stab wound, or
Yeah.
you're inebriated or under the influence, just
Mm-hmm.
everything. And you're like, are you serious?
Now, do y'all test every patient that comes in there? Do y'all test every patient that comes in there, regardless of what they have with COVID?
No.
No.
No,
Okay.
no. So the
Go ahead, City. I'm sorry.
things
Go
that
ahead.
have kind of been ruled out. So if you have any kind of respiratory issue or a fever or anything like that, the assumption is in most cases is that okay, you're exhibiting symptoms of COVID, you have to quarantine for, I think the quarantine period is about 14 days. Now, my personal 2 cents, it just me, again, these are my views, not nobody else's, that 14 days is foolishness. It needs to be 30 to 45.
Really?
If you have exposure, you're
Right.
not exhibiting any symptoms until between days 7 and 10. Okay, well, I'm supposed to be at home for 14 days, but I'm still sick.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then there are individuals who have been positive that still experience symptoms months after being better or being on quarantine.
Right. 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 That makes sense. That makes sense.
It's so
Because
it
even with a regular cold,
Right.
just a regular sniffle,
yep.
you're at home. I mean, yeah, the average cold, you're feeling bad the first 5 days. You're really sick the 7th through 10th day. And you
Mhm.
kind of push yourself to work the 11th through 15th day. You're still kind of sick and you're not really getting better until the 16th through the 20th day. And then by then, you didn't give everybody at your job your code because you're back. And that's when they say you can come back to work with COVID. And now you didn't give everybody a code because you're back on your 14th day. Shut up. Shut up. Shut
And
up.
then there are also, and not in the clinic that I work for personally, but Tracy may have experienced it. There are also health environments that say that if staff can be positive but be asymptomatic, meaning you don't have any outward symptoms,
So they still want for you to work.
but they still want you to come to work. That is
Absolutely.
dangerous.
Yes.
It is
They
dangerous.
still want for you to come to work.
As long as you are asymptomatic, you can come to work. Have you ever done such foolishness?
Wait.
Foolishness. Yes, Miss Amber. This I don't get it.
Wait a minute,
Now, if
wait a
I've
minute,
been
wait a minute,
exposed,
wait a minute.
yeah, 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 they still want
So
to stay to work.
you asymptomatic,
Mm-hmm.
Miss Nurse, Doctor Man, or woman, and you in my face, taking my temperature, taking my blood pressure, and all
Mm-hmm.
that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
looking at my eyeballs or whatnot, whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And you might give me the vid.
Yes, ma'am. The vid-19.
Yeah. Hello. Yes, ma'am.
Shut the front door
Mm-hmm.
because they that short-handed on staff.
Yes.
Because somebody's
Yeah.
really, really, truly sick with the
Yeah.
vid.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And they're at home because they can't. They've been tested positive. They have all the symptoms. So now they're at home and they
But
can't
you
work.
don't look sick, so you can come on in.
Absolutely.
Shut up.
Yes, ma'am.
But that's not where y'all at though. We're gonna put
No, we
that
have not had
disclosure
that
out.
happen in
No, not in my job either. Thank
Yeah,
God. But
but
no.
but conspiracy people say that in other places, not where you're at.
Correct.
Because I don't want y'all to lose y'all jobs.
no,
No,
not where I'm at.
Not where
no.
Baby.
y'all at.
That is, I mean, with even though with everything that's going on, I will say that is, I am definitely grateful to have still been working the entire time.
Right.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
It takes a
Yeah.
toll on you, but there are so many people who have gone without and who are still
Yes.
without, but we're
Right.
Still
working.
with them. Yes.
Right. Yeah,
Yes,
but
I can
Jesus.
say I've worked the whole time too because I'm in the medical field, so I haven't had, thank God, any break in being able to work
Yeah, but my
because
God, look at the extent of y'all working though.
it's
Oh,
trying
yeah,
sometimes. It really is trying,
it is.
and we ask that people definitely keep us in prayers. We appreciate y'all saying that we are heroes. I don't take that lightly. I am grateful for everything, but it
Yeah.
definitely is trying. It can be very difficult.
Y'all are heroes. Shoot.
Because trust me, we have our days when we be like, oh my goodness, do I really got to go in this place today?
Listen, you be ready to just badge down. I quit.
Right.
Not you typing up your 2 weeks notice. I'm typing it up right now.
This badge down and I quit. I'm about to walk out.
Right. Hello.
I got that email ready. All I gotta do is hit send, and that's
Mhm.
it.
Let's go.
All I gotta do is hit send, Jesus, and I'm done.
And I'm not going back. Not going
Sort it
back.
out.
Yeah.
No.
We need y'all. We need y'all on the front lines. Oh my God.
That's those moments are so and few between. We're not going anywhere. We look.
We're not.
A lot of us, if you're in it for the money, you're doing it for the wrong things. We
Yeah.
genuinely love what we do. We genuinely love to take care of.
Definitely. Yes. Yes. And trust me, we are not. And the money thing, if like you said, they can't pay us enough.
It's
They
not
can't.
enough.
But if you were in it for the money, then you're definitely in it for the wrong thing
And
because
what's really messed up for what y'all paying student loans, it,
Baby, what you done said?
it ain't even
girl,
enough what y'all get paid. It don't even cover what y'all get. Oh,
right.
that's not
Just
even
uh,
enough.
our educators, teachers aides,
Mm.
Hmm.
they don't get paid nearly enough.
Nearly.
No,
Enough.
No.
no.
Nearly enough. It's stressful. I have told my children's teachers over the years, I appreciate them for what they do. So hats off to every educator. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
We
We
are not
appreciate you all.
Oh,
this is
because because some of these kids need to get Donkey Kong. I'm
Hello.
just saying.
2 times. You hear me?
So to sit there to educate them at the same time, my sweet baby Jesus. Yeah,
Hmm.
thank God for the educators. Thank God for the firemen, even the men in blue. I know y'all,
Yes,
all y'all. I mean, some good ones out there too, y'all.
yeah,
it is.
Don't knock
so
all
It
the
is.
men in blue.
It
but
definitely is.
all y'all that just y'all don't get paid enough. Y'all just don't. And Jesus, just y'all doing the work. Y'all doing the absolute work. I pray for y'all on the regular, cause y'all, and then my buddy Ray Nail, she's a nurse too. I mean, y'all just doing the absolute most. That's what I said. I I love my mommy. I just didn't follow that footstep. Mm-mm.
It's okay. You do a fabulous job at what you do, honey. Can't
Yes,
nobody do it.
exactly.
Aw, thank you,
Yes,
y'all.
yes.
I can make a mean bouquet though, like mama.
Hey
We'll
now,
take it.
look, that's needed too. People are still getting married. People need bouquets for a bunch of stuff. So do your thing, girl. Do it.
I picked that up from Pearl, but woo,
See?
You know the girl gave you something.
now,
Right.
okay. All right. Well, I got one last question for y'all.
Okay.
This is a fun question.
Uh-oh.
Now, on the podcast, I usually ask people, if you walked into a room, what would your theme song be? I'm paraphrasing the question. So, since this is a visual show, I'm switched it up.
Mm,
So, y'all ready?
okay.
Here you go. So, if you could have any actress portray you in a movie, who would it be and why?
Ooh.
Any actress.
Mm.
Hmm.
Well,
Telling your story.
Hmm.
I would have to say Viola Davis
Okay. And
or I am horrible with people's names, but she was one of the physicians on Grey's Anatomy. Shorter lady, had a haircut that came by right here.
I didn't watch Grey's
Who
Anatomy,
is it?
so I
Oh my
don't
God,
know.
come on now. Somebody help me.
Me neither. I didn't watch it either, so I can't.
I didn't watch Grey's Anatomy.
Oh,
Anybody on the comments can help? I didn't watch
somebody
Grey's
help
Anatomy. I
me.
don't watch Grey's Anatomy. I'm sorry, but
Well,
but I do love Viola Davis. But
hmm
why? Okay, but why? But why?
I think her versatility in roles. She did go through a period where she was kind of typecast, but she has
Mhm.
the ability to be very versatile.
Right.
Yes.
She's good at code switching, and I've been told that I'm a good code switcher.
Mhm.
That's why I
Okay.
would pick her.
Okay. All right, Tracy, who'd you pick?
For me, so she just is one of my top actresses that I
Mhm.
just love. I was just talking about her earlier. I would want Queen Latifah because she is so
Okay.
versatile. Like
Yeah.
she can go from the roughneck person to
Yes,
the
you
sweetest
can.
woman and
Mhm.
play her part very well every time. So
Yeah.
Okay.
that would be my choice. I just
Okay.
love her. So
All
yeah.
right, Queen.
And then
That's a good one.
then I could be a queen for a day, because
There
she's
you
Queen
go.
Okay.
Latifah,
Queen
every
every day. Queen
day.
every day.
That's
Oh,
right. She
thank
could
thank you, and so are you too. Yes, we are all
now.
queens. You too, Lillian.
Oh,
Queens
thank
every
you.
day.
And
Yes,
now. That's what I'm talking about. And Queen Latifah can sing.
There
yes,
you go.
yes. She can.
See?
Now I
Now.
don't know if Viola can sing, but that's okay.
Well,
That's all right.
she played
That's
a
okay.
singer in that last movie she did.
Okay.
You right. Mm-hmm.
So I
See?
mean, she might have been lip syncing, but that's okay.
That's all
That's all right.
That's all right. She played it well.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched the movie yet. That's on my to-do list.
mine too.
But I was too busy watching was it Bender bitch whatever's I can't say it on Netflix.
Is it Bridget?
Oh,
No,
what people have been talking about, Brickerton,
Yes,
Bridgerton?
whatever that is.
Bridgerton.
We're horrible. Listen, we
Yeah,
know
we
what
all
we
just acting it up. Bridgerton.
The good show that everybody keeps talking
Yeah,
about here
I
lately.
I watched the whole thing in 2 days,
Oh my goodness, it was that good.
baby,
the look on her face.
I'm
She
gonna have
said,
to watch it. That's
"Wait."
it.
baby. I need a church. I need a church fan.
Uh-oh.
Not a church fan.
Yeah. This is a family show. So
All right. We can talk about that another time.
And
Amen.
yeah.
Amen.
All right.
Amen.
All right.
Amen. Well, I want to thank y'all for being on the show.
Oh, well, thank you for
Thank
having
you for
me.
Thank
I
having
you.
me.
appreciate
Thank
it.
thank you for all that y'all do. And I'm gonna let y'all go because so y'all can woosah and get yourselves together and spend time with y'all families because I just snatched y'all literally out of work into more work, talk about work, and
Right.
That's
so
okay.
y'all can rest and regroup. And y'all got to work tomorrow.
No.
Oh,
No, I'm
no.
off
Okay,
tomorrow.
good, good. So get some rest and enjoy your evening. Enjoy your family.
You too. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Yes.
Oh,
Bye, ladies.
see you. Talk to y'all soon.
All
Bye.
right.
Bye bye. Thank you so much, ladies, for being on the show. I really appreciate it. And thank you for all the work that you do. We cannot thank y'all enough for just sacrificing yourselves for just being awesome you. And on another note, I really pushed myself tonight to do this show. I received a call. Whoo, this is rough. I received a call today that okay. I received a call today that my brother has passed. He has been sick for a while and but so it was hard for me to do the show, but to God be the glory, I did it. And so I'm glad that you guys made it and watched today's show with me. So I want to dedicate today's show to him. And thank y'all for joining. And I want to thank my guests. And I want to thank you all for being with me tonight. And to my family, I love you all. Keep your heads up. Stay prayerful. Love one another. And to everyone who's watching, love on your family. Love on each other. Life is precious. Thank you for joining. And to your one. Thanks for joining your one and only. Thank you, Carlos. Whew. Thanks for joining your one and only Worldly Church Girl.